Alright, this is Deducter continuing the Hyper Warrior playthrough. On to the next floor. Have a cooker, that's awesome. Gonna have to cook the meat. Alright. You can see the thing about the Hiver is that even like basic meat is only 98%. Like pungent meat, which is worth doing, is 78%. His cooking is so bad, which means like unlike a lot of the other character classes, it is not practical for him to like cook food early on. Like hero sausages are amazing. Normally you save the hyper cheese to make hero sausages. With the hyper, you can't do that early on unless you find like a Bordeaux, because you risk destroying the food, and you can never risk destroying your food for low with a character class like the hyper who suffers from food problem. That being said, one way I could do this is like to Purifier is amazing for the Hiver, by the way. It's amazing for most character classes, but in particular for the Hiver, you can purify like raw meat and rotten cheeses all day long. The extra 10 food matters. This, of course, is obvious. Oh, Easy Cookers, the other is like super amazing item. If I can find one, which I probably won't. That being said, I have no idea how many charges are in this. So, here's, do I cook them one at a time or do I cook them all at a time? I think actually the answer early on is, I don't really have anything else to make. I don't really need to make stuff like aggressive antibiotics, and it takes a little while longer before I can make humgum. I'm just going to cook them one at a time to level up biotech a bit. And I think it's worth doing it. You want to level up to the point where you can make the normal sauce switches, which I think the recipes tell you, right? Like, normal sauce switches are still pretty good. Well, it doesn't tell you, not here, but I think it's somewhere around 30-ish related skill is where it becomes 99%. Might be wrong about that. I haven't played this game in a little while, so a lot of things are a bit hazy. But yeah, you'll be making a lot of normal sauce switches with the Hiver. Which is kind of a ironic thing if you think about it. Like, the worse your food situation, the more you need to make the high quality food, but the less you can risk it. Very interesting take on risk management. Ooh, I don't want to fight that by running up to it. That would be silly. Medical floor.
I hate all this complicated fiddling.
Don't we all? Could be a robot. I heard something. Well, if there were a robot, I would hear it. Oh, that was, damn, I hate those, the crazed Tarkas. They can destroy stuff. Can't really risk them doing that. It's probably in the kitchen. I need to take care of it now. Yeah. Ooh, this is interesting. The thing has an auto rifle, can't really hurt me. This thing, the Zool Pup again, can't really hurt me. I'm just gonna hack everything to death with my reed. The Zool Pup is more dangerous. You can see the great thing about a Hiver, he takes so little damage early on. Now we can unequip this. I think there's a decent chance he destroyed the cooker, which is unfortunate. Now that I have health and I can, level up heal, I have no problem taking off my armor. It's just a way of like preserving health, which preserves food, which is what the game all comes down to at the end of the day. Food management. Okay, this is a problem if I can't get in here. I actually do want to get into this room, like,
Must not waste ammunition.
could be valuable medical supplies. Okay, good. There's a protean. We all know how to fight proteans. Pretty basic stuff. That's all right, yeah.
Ah,
Ooh,
not my armor.
interesting. I have a level up. This guy is not the higher tier robot, which can make me unconscious.
Ah,
This is why level up heals are so great.
ah.
I'm just gonna hack it to death with my re. Unfortunately, this room did not turn up medical supplies. I'm not gonna waste my effort trying to repair that. It's not likely to succeed. I did get some consumables. I want to try to unlock this door. No point in killing that, and I'll level up heal now. Alright. And re-equip my armor. So I'm going to start leveling up pistol to make my +1 only to make my starting pistol more accurate and more damaging, which is very important for the hiver. Desperately need more forging, and more mechanical is always great. Let me go to that corner first. I cleared out most of the floor. Let's find out what the purple trap does. Even if you fail, you might still get the food anyway, but apparently not. Just... Huh. Purple, also good. How about that? Don't know again which particular variety of trap this is. All I know is that it is a good trap. Well, there's the exit. Still, it's worth taking a look in those rooms. We did already find a kitchen on this floor, but food situation is not like the striker where you're so desperate you should probably go down once you like find the food on a level. It's I still need equipment, whereas the striker at least have good starting equipment and some psionic potential.
I get that.
Ugh, nothing. Oh. At least I'm unlocking most of the doors. Not really worth going over there to kill it. Okay, that's what we're talking about. I mean, if that's an armor locker, which it may not be. Tainted meat, beautiful. Ballistic repair kit is always useful. Whoa, cancel. That's not what I meant to do. I actually meant to... well, I'm going to have to find out if this thing is an adaptoid. There's no sensing backtracking with Hiver. Let's see if we get lucky. And of course we don't. Definitely using the Hiver multi-tool on this. Got a lot more food. Okay, this makes me feel a little better about the food situation. It's still not, like, great, but it's something. Well, who knows? Maybe that is a recharge trap. But all I know is purple equals good, and that's all I need to know. We'll find out later in the game. There's something, I think it's like a bat, whatever. Just gonna go down to next level. Level 5. Alright, robots really start showing up now. You can't walk through that. Too risky. That could be a teleport trap. I can't risk getting teleported at this level. There's a not a robot, a ghost maker. Not a threat to the hiver. Go ahead, poison me. Doesn't even manage to do that. Alright. I'm going to risk leaving both my items on. Come on, fuel cell. Nope. But I do get lots of shotgun shells, which if I can find a shotgun is amazing. Shotguns are of course a very common type of item. Weapon, I should say. Ooh. Better use this opportunity before I explore the rest of the floor to kill it now. Like, this is often situations like this where you're later on in the game where, you know, having access to telekinesis is just so amazing that you can... better kill this now. There isn't anything really from the protein that we need, but it'll just chase me around, so... Did drop everything, right? Yeah. Now, why don't I just shoot it with the pistol? However, it's so inaccurate, he's basically not going to hit him. So you pretty much have to hack Proteus to death early on. Once you get your pistol up a bit... Ooh, okay. We're running into our first super dangerous enemy of the game. Mine wolves normally are more... I mean, they can be very dangerous early on, but they usually won't, like, kill you horribly, at least on normal difficulty if you're careful, even if you get feared. The problem is that with the Hiver, basically he is going to get feared. His psi power is so pathetic that even if you level up, you know, resistance and get psi shield, it doesn't really do much, at least from what I could find. It helps a bit, but it's basically not going to help you too much. It helps a tiny bit. It's not sufficiently reliable. So how do we deal with super dangerous enemies like that? Well, Mind Wolves are psychic, so it knows where I am. It'll come to me. We stay out of line of sight, and once it shows up, we bust out our best weapon to kill it now. Normally that would be the correct play. This is a unique situation where actually you don't need to do that. The reason being is that I'm pretty sure the game mechanic sets it up in such a way that when you enter a floor, the enemy's sidebar is still charging, and we only did like a couple things on this floor. There is an extremely high probability that the Mind Wolf actually cannot fear me just yet. This is as good of an opportunity as any to like use my pistol again, so I can level it up. Yeah, it's gonna use invisibility instead of fear. That's fine. Although I guess I was wrong. If it could like make itself invisible, it can also fear. So this was quite a big risk to take. I think I should have used the flamethrower, and it'll just insta kill it. Like, there's no way the Mind Wolf survives the flamethrower. We got some tainted meat from that. That's really good. So yeah, that's how you deal with really dangerous enemies. I don't know what these traps do. Not gonna risk it. Ooh, teleport trap. Not a wormhole trap. That's all right. Yeah, the Hiver with his pathetic brains like activates so many traps. I'm just gonna... Corners can be really bad for you. But early on, the Hiver is not really afraid of much. Beautiful. How much food do we have to cook? Not enough, I think, to justify using another charge. Hiver multi-tool, yeah. But maybe we get lucky and repair this? Just as I say that. What's the 53? So we have a 50% chance. If I had like some energy cells, that's what I really need. I'm not gonna, you know, use the Hyper Multi-Tool on this. I am, however, going to use it on this, obviously. And then we'll try to recharge it.
The party earns his cheese today.
What did he just? Something about earning cheese? Okay. Oh, right. You need to stand there to be safe, and I took some durability damage. Oh, I'm getting very sloppy in this game. That's alright, though. Good thing his stuff is all high durability, right? Ugh. Silly mistake. And of course we don't succeed. But we did find food. That's huge. Green. This is probably a teleport trap. Well, here's what we know. Ooh, a lab. That's a great way of leveling up electronics. Here's what we know. And it's good now when we at least have found a reasonable amount of food to start testing out this trap. Since teleport trap and item destruction trap are obviously most dangerous, the other ones are, I mean, that's not true. Stuff like blind and madness are all very bad, but I consider and teleport is like just good to find out early on. It can actually, if you use some of these traps correctly, they can save you. Now I am going to let the enemies come here. The more I kill early on, the better.
Even your blood smells bad.
I heard some sort of like normal robot. So if this is a teleport trap, I can run back here pretty quickly. And there's not much in between. So let's do it. There is always a chance that it's not a teleport trap, and let's find out. And I was right. These things can drop tainted meat, so definitely killing it. You can kill it naked, no problem. Poison level 2 doesn't bother me at all. Got a poison gland. Like, we know all these rooms are cleared and only wandering enemies can be in there. Not really a threat. I'm just gonna kill it with... Ooh, it was slowed. It's a mistake. This actually is working out for me since these guys have a vibro knife, which means they have a slightly better, more of a penetrating attack than most of the... Now, we want to be very careful and not step through the door and get teleported back again. That would be stupid. Probably hasn't, like, recharged yet, but yeah. But you never want to, like, take silly risks. Clearly we're going to that room, but let's finish exploring this room first. Ooh, that's the exit. We'll come back here. Is that an armory over there? Yes. Obviously we'll need the armor equipped. Let's take a look. Ooh, that's not good. Can't shoot it from this range, we're not gonna hit it. Well, we know there's a security console here, so... And he has, you know, decent melee skill that with decent... Like, he has 45 melee skill at this point, plus, you know, the strength bonus. Oh, it's only 36. I haven't been using melee nearly as much as I thought. Oh, better get that melee up. So, yeah. I don't care about that. I'm not going to even try to repair it anyway. I just hope I hit. Beautiful. Could be an adaptoid. Better level up melee some.
Must not waste ammunition.
3%, it's not really going to be worth my time. On the other hand, I probably should do that since computer is pretty important. These can drop really good stuff. Yeah. Obviously, we want to use the lab as much as possible. I really need to find energy cells early on just to recharge this thing. Should we even try to make anything? Improvised medkit, actually, yeah. Since even though the chance is so low, like I'm not gonna really be using the antibiotics for anything else. I don't need the anti-venom like that urgently. I feel like with this character. Might as well try, like 48% is like nothing, but the items are just gonna sit around and do nothing otherwise. Who knows, I get lucky. No, of course I don't. Ooh. Actually wasn't aware labs could explode. It's been such a, like, wow, I was not aware of that. I needed to stand here. Huh. It's just because normally activating a lab has basically like 99% chance for almost every character class except for the Hiver, who sucks at everything. So, something to remember for the future. Clearly, we'll need to cook the meat. 81, that's not good enough. What else can I make? I suppose since I have like one more serum, it's just gonna sit around and not do much. Anti-venom still could be useful if you're running into one of the super dangerous enemies. But then again, honestly, I think it's better to preserve that to try to make some more improvised medkits, and I'll run across another lab. Medkit is basically the equivalent of making food, since this is, of course, not worth crafting. 37% chance it's just not going to succeed, so I'll end up destroying my food. And medical supply is not nearly as critical. I'll save the last charge.
Excellent job.
Alright, now meds. And this is going to be like basically 0, so not going to bother. He did start out with some bypass circuits. Should use them very strategically. These can be adaptors. I probably shouldn't have done that.
None shall stand before me.
Let's try to get some more food. Beautiful. Alright, since we're getting pretty close to empty, let me finish eating some of this. I suppose now is a good time to reload. I think this is a pretty good point to pause. And I am going to get ready to move on to the next floor. Don't need to heal. I mean, I'm going to level very soon. So thank you for watching.